what's your trajectory in a changing world with this changing landscape and just the new laws and legislation that seem kind of ridiculous? What are you doing to secure your family for a future that seems so volatile?
Well, great segue, because I was going to say what I've been doing is stacking crypto as much as possible. In my mind, not my wife's or anything like that, but in my mind, in my heart, the way I feel the next 6 months, or I would like to manifest the next 6 months happening, is I'd like to have our baby here, around family, people that we love, care about. And then after like a month or so after Christmas and maybe to New Year's, and depending on how everything goes with the government lockdowns and shutdowns and the third and fourth wave that's coming down the pipeline, is I'd like to get out of Canada. I would like to use the profits that we've been making from the AI in the crypto space, because we've got an artificial intelligence crypto trading software that's just been murking it. It's autonomous, again, coming back to AI and whatnot, is there's so much benefits from using artificial intelligence. There's definitely a lot of scary points and whatnot, but yeah, investoracademycrypto.com. This is brand new to me. I mean, like, so new, because I've been in crypto since 2017. I've made a lot of money. I've lost a lot of money. I've made some stupid bonehead moves. I made some emotional decisions. But the great thing about using artificial intelligence, it works for me 24/7, 365, and it doesn't have emotional reactions. It literally can turn on a dime. I started using it in March. The market was going up as it was, so I was making profits, but it was actually making profits on top of the profits. And then April was great. And then, after the first week or so into May, boom, we hit that wall, and there was a huge drop and massive market manipulation. And I was like, what do I do? What do I do? Like, do I stop the machine? And it just modified itself. So like when everything dropped fast, it literally just paused itself for trading, waited for the market to find its bottom, and then picked back up on the trading rhythms that it does. So it's not like it's the most advanced crypto trading software I've ever read about, seen about. And I was so blessed too, because I reached out to the team. I hounded them for a month and a half. I ended up speaking with the VP. His name's Dimitri Christopoulos. Funny enough, the weirder synchronicity of everything is, even though he's like 5-6 years older than me, he grew up like 30 minutes from where I grew up. So there was this connection there. We hit it off real well. I told him how I think I could help the platform and grow the business and the image and whatnot. And yeah, and next thing you know, like we started investoracademycrypto.com. We've got an exclusive agreement with the SP group. They're the ones who coded and wrote the software. On that note too, if anyone is interested, just go to the webpage, send us a message. There's a free Telegram group as well. There's myself and my two business partners that modify that group, answer any questions. And we're doing 10-day free trials for anyone who wants to test the software out. There's definitely different things that are happening right now with regulation. So depending on where you're at, there might have a few steps that have to be taken in order to get the software working efficiently. But I'm using mine on Binance. It's high liquidity. It's got high volume. I've got some great pairs set up on there as well. And this is the same type of technology that billion-dollar hedge funds have been using for years in the futures and derivatives market. And not once did even registered or a registered investor is someone who has a net worth of $1 million or more. I don't know if that's the same in US as it is in Canada, but like, if you're not a registered investor, you can't even get into specific stocks to buy here in Canada, because you have to have literally a net worth of $1 million. And even those people didn't have access to this type of technology unless they invested into the hedge fund, and the hedge fund would use the technology to make the profits for the entire portfolio or the customers, and then take its extra cut on top of it. So this is the first time in human history that people like you and I, the peasants, the shrimps, whatever the terminology is, whether it's in the crypto space or, people that are not familiar with the terminology in the crypto space, no one's had access to this type of technology before. And it's so advanced. We are still building it out. We're making it a lot user friendly because right now you can only set it up by speaking with one of the 5 FinTrack licensed gentlemen who are operating the company right now. But what we're doing is we're modifying the back end dashboard so people like myself who like I have to call them to make any changes and adjustments on my pairings that I use on the quant. But no, we're building that out so it's a little bit more user friendly so people can do it themselves instead of having to wait 3 to 4 weeks, because that's the waiting list right now. If anyone does want to sign up even for the 10-day free trial, there's no credit card, no nothing. Money never leaves your account. It's an API code that plugs into the exchanges that you're using. There's no withdrawals. It's just trading, margin trading. So you're always in control. The money never leaves your hands. You can see the profit. You realize the profits on a daily basis, depending on how the pairs are doing too, because there's more into that. But I mean, we can touch on that on another time, or because I know that we're running out of time. We've really crunched a lot of information in here in the last little bit. But that's my bug out bag. That's my safety plan for my family and as many people that I can afford or that are willing to step out of their cognitive dissonance, because that's the word I wanted to use that when you were talking about people will protect the system that enslaves them and or they choose to ignore the reality of the situations that are causing cancer or making you fat or making you unhealthy or making you wear a mask or vaccinating you. Like, they choose to ignore the reality or the truth of those aspects, and that's because of cognitive dissonance. So this is my plan A, B, and C. There's different areas that I think I want to bug out to.
Make sure y'all head over to benjosephstewart.com, become a member. You'll have access to the growing library of deeper dives where I talk about all the stuff that I really can't talk about on YouTube. Make sure you get involved in the Discord chat. That's where a lot of the conversation is happening, talking about new theories, being able to interweave into the greater conversation that is how we awaken infinity. That's our highest potential. And I just want to remind you, you are the most powerful technology ever known to creation. Wield it like an artist with a conscience.